y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ms. Espinosa and I teach kindergarten in Texas. It is week 30 of the school year, so we have about 8 weeks left, which I'm so excited. April is flying by, and let me start off with some updates. So since last time that I checked in with y'all, we planted some marigolds. I did mention that I bought the seeds, so we went ahead and planted those on March 30th. And so today is the 16th day that we've planted them. So every week we've been observing our plants, and the kids have been drawing about their plant and writing sentences using sight words and that academic vocabulary to describe the stage that their plant is in. But yeah, they're all growing. I only had one student that time that dropped his plant, but I did kind of have like an extra. I planted one for myself, but I'm just gonna let him have it. So the last little activity that we did was labeling the parts of a plant, and the kids did a little watercolor picture. So they outlined their flower with a black crayon, and then they used watercolors to color it in, and then they labeled it. So that was, yeah, just the last little activity that we did. But yeah, so we've been learning about parts of a plant, and then this week we've been talking about animal needs and the different types of animal habitats. And then next week we'll start the life cycle of a butterfly, and then we'll segue into insects and just different types of animals, which is always my favorite to teach. Like, I love teaching animals because there's just so many resources. There's just so much to cover. Lots of fun activity. What else has happened? Oh, we had a lockdown last week. We probably have a lockdown, yeah, once or twice per school year, like real lockdown. So I don't even remember what day last week. Maybe it was Wednesday or Thursday. But the principal was walking around outside, and she heard like gunshots like far away, not like on our campus, but far away, and we're surrounded by apartment complexes. So she did mandate a lockdown, and she informed police that she heard gunshots. So we were waiting. We were on lockdown until the police checked it out, and then waited for them to tell us that it was okay, it was all clear. But yeah, it was about an hour, so that was not fun. The next little thing is a field trip update. So I was trying to book us for the Houston Zoo, but they have some sort of capacity, and you have to book like online. So we have about 155 kindergarten students in all of our 6 classes. So I was trying to book, 155 students, and it would not let me. So then, like, I was picking different days. Our STAR testing is going to be May 10th through May 20th. So ideally, like, any day that we can get, that will be a STAR testing day, so that we can just be off campus. That was what I was rooting for. So I was trying all those different dates from the 10th to the 20th, trying to book our day, and it would not let me. And so then I split like half and half, try to book us on different days, half of kinder on this day, half the other day. Would not let me. I booked it into I was trying to book it into 2 classes. Like, long story short, like, it was not letting me book it, and there's like nothing I can do about that because it has to be like done online. Like, I can't call them and be like, so what is your capacity? And then I tried like with 10 students, y'all. It let me book it with 10 students, but that's not going to happen. So no Houston Zoo, but we really like that area. Memorial Hermann Park is like such a gorgeous park. There's like the big pond. It's really nice natural scenery. So as of now, I have emailed the health museum, and so we're trying to get a day there. I'm waiting for them to tell me, all right, you're booked, and then I'll submit the paperwork on my end to the school. But that'll still be nice. So we'll probably do the health museum for like an hour, and then just go to Hermann Park, which like I love. And they have a train. Like, I always take my kids on the train ride, and then just let them play in the park. It will be lovely. And I've been lucky that every single time that I've gone to the zoo with my kids, like, it's always been just gorgeous weather. So hopefully it'll be gorgeous weather when we go next month. Another little update is, now that we're basically back to normal, the PTO at our school has been trying to do lots of fundraisers. So one of the fundraisers last week was like cute little Easter pictures. So I did have, or actually that was this week. That was Tuesday. Just kidding. That was this Tuesday. And Miss Mo has basically been our school photographer ever since she volunteered to do last year's end of the year pictures, which I have a little vlog about that. That was really cute how she set up the little background for that. But ever since then, she's been like the photographer. So she took all of the pictures on Tuesday. She always orders the pictures to go be printed at Walgreens, but they've been such a pain in the butt. Like, I didn't know any of this till this morning. Like, she was telling me what a pain in the butt it's been this time because she's put in her order at like a couple of Walgreens, and they're supposed to be ready in a couple of hours, and she calls them and they don't even have like the paper to print the pictures on, but nobody's letting her know. So actually, like right now, she's at a Walgreens waiting for those darn pictures because she ordered them last night. They were supposed to be ready last night. She went up to the store. They told her that they would be ready by today, and they are still not ready. So she's just sitting up at Walgreens till they finish this time. So I'm probably going to have to take her class in a little bit, which, yeah, my class is at music right now, and her class is outside with the gym coaches. So we're just going to have a little wonky start of the day once I go pick them up. But speaking of class pictures and like everything going back to normal, I am so excited that we're going to have class pictures next week. The 2019-2020 school year, I don't have a class picture with them. And then last school year, 2020-2021, I also don't have any pictures with them. So it'll be nice. I haven't even picked out my outfit yet, but I'm just excited that we get class pictures. And then the kids also are taking like individual pictures and ordering them if they want to. So I think that'll be next Thursday and Friday. I'm gonna share some struggles. I don't even know what to call these struggles, like spring struggles, end of the year, post spring break struggles. I don't know, but one of the things that's been a pain in my butt is this is the first year that I've had communal table supplies. When I was in pre-K, I had this really long counter at the end of my classroom in the back, and that's where I kept like our communal supplies, but they weren't by tables. So this is like my first year having them by table, and I thought it was gonna be fine, but here are my struggles. They've been taking each other's colored pencils, so there's some tables that have like 10 colored pencils. There's some that have like 30. I don't know what they've done with my red chunky pencils. Like they've just gone missing. Up until this year, those pencils last me all school year. I don't know if they're eating them. That's what I tell them when something goes missing. Like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're eating them. Like, where are my pencils? So I pulled out some just regular yellow pencils now. And then another thing is, like, this has never happened either, but they have broken all of my crayons. Like, that's never happened. And it's so frustrating. And like, it's just such a mess anytime that we have to color now, because there's colored pencils on the floor. There's little chunks of crayons on the floor. Like, it's such a pain in the butt. So if any of y'all can relate, like, let me know. It's not just like my class, right? Second pain in the butt thing has been the kids not lining up right away when recess time is over. Miss Mo and I have recess at the same time, and she has a whistle. She knows that when she blows that whistle, everybody should line up. And I have some that think it's just extended play. Like, I'll have some that will line up, and then I'll have like a handful that are still going up and down the slide, and I'm calling their name and they're just not listening. So what I started doing just randomly is, like, if I only have like one or two kids that lined up right away, then I'm like, okay, thank you so much, so-and-so. Popsicles for you. Thank you for lining up right away. That works on some days. And yeah, we're just at that point in the school year where, like, even my good kids are acting up. A few weeks ago, like, one of my best girls was just like not listening to me, not following directions. It was like 2 or 3 days in a row. But I was talking to mom and dad. I was like, your child not listen about this, and this. Like, I talked to the parents, and it didn't really help. but then she got it together. It's just been, I guess, interesting to see what child wants to act up next. So last week I had one of my calm kids. He decided to throw his juice box, or not even juice box, like his Capri Sun, inside the toilet. I was like, what are you doing? So I took a picture, sent it to mom. I mean, it hasn't happened again, but that was just like, why? Why would you throw your juice inside the toilet? It didn't clog it or anything, thankfully, but it was like very just unexpected. But that's kind of like the updates for now. My venting. Today is Thursday. We will not have school tomorrow. So today is basically like our Friday. Just got to make it through today. And I'm not going to do anything special for Easter. Like I've never done any Easter egg hunts. Well, actually just 1 year in pre-K, but only because my co-teacher brought the eggs and like she brought everything. So we did it in the classroom. That's been the only time I've done an egg hunt. Otherwise, like I don't do anything. Nothing special, no treats. And yeah, speaking of treats, like I haven't had any Friday treats for, I don't know, probably since January. Like I just stopped doing Friday treats because their behavior was just off the wall. So I have popsicles in my freezer that I'll just pull out as incentives for kids that are following directions, like I said with the recess, for example. But teachers after school are going to have a treat. So every year, our admin, they put together like a little teacher egg hunt. So as soon as dismissal is over, all of the eggs are already scattered. And they really stepped their game up this year because they're going to have some cool prizes. So all the eggs usually have, like they'll have candy in them, but they'll also have like little prizes, like getting off of work early, having an extra planning period, or a gift card, choosing gift cards. But this year they're gonna have 10 goose passes, which is a get out of school early pass. So 10 people can win that. They have 10 people who can win extra planning time, 10 people that will win restaurant lunches brought to you, which is, I hope I get that. That's what I'm rooting for. And then 3 people will get a pizza party for their class. So yeah, they said there will be 120 eggs and 33 prizes. So I think the egg will have like a ticket or something, and then you take it to admin, and then they're gonna raffle, like between the winners they'll raffle all of those prizes. But we will see. I'm looking forward to it either way. But all right, y'all, it's like 9:02, so I just have a couple of minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna go get my class. Miss Mo's class, probably sit them down and watch something while we wait for her to come back. So we might or might not do like our little morning routine in here, which I switched it up this month, and our whole group work when they come back. We've been focusing, we still do our sight words, we're doing whole group diagraphs, and they have an April writing journal, so I can show you all of that later. And I'm just gonna print some free headbands. Maybe we'll do that. And today we will record our plants because we haven't this week. And that's all I have planned for today. I am so sorry if those 5th graders are loud. Like I can hear them loud and clear. They are very loud today. All right, y'all, let me run out of here. I will see y'all later. All right, y'all, it is lunchtime. Dropped off my kids. I'm actually not that hungry because I had my breakfast tacos this morning. So I'm just going to show y'all some things that I talked about earlier today. So with our morning routine, I did change it up a little bit. This is kind of my little teaching area. I typically pull a stool or one of my wiggle stools from over there, the orange one. But yeah, this is where I'll be with my computer. So this is their spring journal, which I purchased this from the Moffatt Girls a while ago. And we looked at all of the sight words. We circled the ones that we have learned and added on these 2. So we've learned 20 sight words so far. And yeah, these are the prompts. I really like that it has a spot for them to color. The only thing is that I wish that these weren't so wide. I wish they were just unlined. That's my only thing about this. But I really like that it has the word bank, and then they also have a writing checklist. We actually do this first. This was part of a digraph digital game that I bought from Annie Moffatt, the Moffatt Girls last school year. So I'm reusing this for this year. But it also came with printable worksheets. And instead of printing one per page, I do two per page, just so that I don't waste as much paper. So we just do one little set every day. And that's our April morning work. But that's usually all we will have time for. And let me show y'all these cups. My crayons have never looked like this. Like, I'll usually have a few broken, but like, look at all of these chunks, and they took off the paper too. It's very bright now, but I have put half of our plants in this window. Yeah, it's really bright, so y'all can't really see it. But that's by the library. And then the rest of them are in the restroom. And they've been really good about not touching them. Wow, it is really bright. Y'all cannot see that. But they're here. They're all blooming except for that one student that dropped his. So while we were waiting for Miss Mo to come back from the pictures, which she came back a little bit before we had to leave for lunch, I found this free printable headbands from Kitchen Table Classroom. So I like that it actually had 5 different sheets to choose from. So all of my kids will get this one. So while they were watching, I just put on the BBC. We were watching different BBC videos about animals. So while they did that, I was coloring this so I could show them an example of not scribbling. So that's another thing. I don't know if y'all's kids just scribble instead of taking their time coloring. They are just so impatient when it comes to coloring. That'll be the front of the headband, and then they can choose one of these 4 for the back of their headband. So that's probably what I'm about to do, is just color until I have to go get them from lunch. We'll go to recess. When they come back from recess, then we will make our headbands, do our plant observation, and just go from there. Again, I am so sorry if y'all hear those 5th graders next to me. They are so loud today. Okay, y'all, I have about 10 minutes. So I'm just gonna color, finish up a podcast I was listening to this morning, and I will see y'all later. How many do you have? Okay, keep going with your sentence. It is day 16. I have 6 plants. How many do you have?
2.
You have 3. How many do you have?
9.
Girl, you do not have 9. Count it again. How many do you have?
1, 2.
You got 2. How many do you have?
7.
7. How many do you have?
3.
You got 3? You have more than 3. Can you count it again?
4.
Count the stem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
There's 5.
Yeah.
Okay. How many do you have?
4.
Did you count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9. How many do you have?
I like 8.
You have 8. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got it. 8. Or 1. Yeah, I think 9. One very tiny one.
I got tiny one too.
How many do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So it's tiny.
It is super tiny, yep. Alright, just finished dismissal. So the egg hunt is taking place in the gym this year, not outside, but it's all set up.
There'll be no work until all of this. No bones broken, no cuts, no bruises.
Oh, is it homework?
Okay, one number.
Only one number.
2.
So then what happens?
2.
Hold on, another number.
9.
So numbers we are supposed to share. I cannot eat chocolate. No. Like the good ones were. Okay, let's go.
Alright, now we gotta claim our prize. I don't want the candy, do you? I'll take it. I just like the Snickers. Alright, go claim my prize. Alright, y'all just got back to the class. That was fun. We always, like I said, usually do the egg hunt. And so yeah, some of them had numbers on them. So if you got a number, then they had a cup with all of the stuff you could win, which like I said, it was either like lunch, a goose pass, or a pizza party for your class. So I got lunch, which is what I wanted anyway. So yay, you won. Admin will buy you lunch. So actually 3 of my other teammates also got this as their raffle prize. So we are gonna pick a place. We picked Wednesday as our lunch day. So now we just have to let admin know like what we actually want for lunch. We'll keep in mind like a vegetarian friendly place. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna suggest Mediterranean. There's a really like my favorite Mediterranean restaurant that's not too far from school. That's gonna be my suggestion for my teammates, but if not, that's what I want for lunch. But yeah, took my little bag. I went ready for that. I only kept. I'm not really much of a candy person, especially not chocolate. Like I love dark chocolate, but I can eat Snickers. I do like Snickers, and I do like Starburst. So I'm just gonna keep that in my little snack area, and I keep my little tote bag just like in my closet, just for handy times like this. But that's kind of it, y'all. We had extra long recess today, and then we came back, we did our plant observations, and then we worked on our headband, and then they had their snack, and then it was basically time to go home, but it still felt like a really long day. And I usually go to the gyms on Thursday, but I'm really tired. Today is like my Friday, so I think I'm gonna go home and nap, and I will just go to the gym tomorrow since we are off anyway. I'm going to take this tub of my sight words, like I need to reorganize that. So I'm going to take that. Hopefully I'll work on that tomorrow just so I can bring new centers on Monday. Because like I said, we're coming down to like the last few weeks, and then once we hit the last week of April, we have to start with end of the year testing. So I need to keep them busy while they're at centers. But that is it, y'all. I hope that y'all enjoyed this vlog. I am ready to go home. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.